in grants for historically underserved communities. The funding includes $35 million for re-entry, economic development, and legal aid, with $15 million for youth development and violence prevention. The Illinois Department of Children and Family Services is accepting applications for its 2026 DCFS Scholarship Program through March 31st. The program provides tuition waivers, a monthly stipend, and medical coverage for eligible students. The Illinois Department of Employment Security reports Illinois' unemployment rate was 4.4% in November, unchanged from September. The rate was half a percentage point lower than a year earlier, while total non-farm payrolls dipped 0.2% for the month. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Home game for the Blackhawks tonight, hosting St. Louis. Chicago looking to extend a 3-game winning streak. 2 straight wins for St. Louis. The Bulls are on the road tonight, visiting the Pistons. Detroit on top of the Eastern Conference at 27-9. They have wins in 2 straight. The 17-19 Bulls looking to snap a 2-game skid. They have wins in 6 of their last 10. Women's hoops tonight. Illinois plays host to number 19 Ohio State. Both teams are 13-2, both 3-1 in the Big Ten. Tomorrow night, number 16 Illinois men's basketball has a home game against Rutgers. The Illini riding a 3-game winning streak. They're 11-3 overall, 2-1 in the Big Ten. Rutgers 8-7 overall in the season, 1-3 in the conference. Both the Bears and the Packers held walkthroughs on Tuesday as they get set for Saturday's wild card game at Soldier Field. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening a second location for my coffee shop this year?
I smell trouble brewing.
I needed to print new menus, loyalty cards, window signage, so I went to Staples.
That'll cost you a latte. Get it?
Uh-huh. Actually, I saved $100 on my print order, and everything looks amazing.
Well, grind my beans and call me impressed.
Staples made it easy.
If your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Also.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, areas of fog before 2 p.m., then partly sunny with a high near 44, temperatures falling to around 41 in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 36. Tomorrow, rain afternoon, cloudy with a high near 54, temperatures falling to around 52 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 33 with fog. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is nice because you can just keep doing you. So keep on using that broken phone charger because it occasionally works. Keep quoting something you heard on a podcast as your own. Keep ignoring your sister's texts while you drive and after. And when baggage claim says, have a great trip, keep on saying, you too. And keep driving safely. And you could save with Snapshot from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
They're simple, boring, never thought of until they're needed. They're windshield wipers. Only when Mary Anderson became annoyed that New York trolley drivers were stopping to wipe their windshield by hand did anybody do something about it. By attaching a spring-loaded arm to a rubber blade, one woman made travel easier and safer. Look to innovate and pass it on from passiton.com.
And welcome, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We are broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Of course, we have a finish now here of the morning show. Weird Wednesday. Let's hear it, Weird Wednesday. Interesting conversation, discussions, and, of course, lots of participation in the comments section and also on the phone lines, too. I appreciate that nice call from Jeff earlier today, too, just a couple, maybe about 10 minutes ago or so, telling us that he enjoys listening to the shows, and we appreciate, of course, him listening, too. This is the Community Hour. Up next here for the 9 o'clock hour, we talk all things community. We will also go through the local programming schedule for the day today, the new local programming schedule that we have, of course. I'll go through the entire rundown on what we're going to be having here. So I want to make sure to do that for those of you who maybe are just tuning in right now or maybe missed out being mentioned on the morning show. So we'll go through that today too. But before we do that, let's go through the weather and temperatures to see what we have. Now, if you've been outside, you've been noticing the dense fog. It's been around. We're in that dense fog advisory today. So you definitely don't want to wear those sunglasses to kind of fog up things even more, especially when it gets cold. Do you ever get that when you're in your car and you've got the sunglasses and it's chilly out? And then, of course, the condensation makes it all foggy and stuff like that. You want to make sure to wipe out those sunglasses. That's kind of what it's like here now, too. But with that being said, it is starting to kind of die down a little bit, but we are in that dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock today. Temperatures that we're going to be seeing, a high of 41, areas of fog early. Again, like I said, partly cloudy this afternoon, so going to be a little bit more on the overcast side of things for today. It's a low of 37 for tonight. Today, currently, temperatures are at 34. We're going to be seeing a low of 37. And there's going to be a few passing clouds here and there, so it's not going to be a super overly chilly night. Temperatures are going to rise tomorrow. Yes, so if you look at this number here at 50, that's the high that's predicted for tomorrow. That sounds pretty nice, right? Well, it is supposed to rain. We're going to be seeing a chance of some rain showers there, cloudy skies and periods of rain. Hey, if you want to sing in the rain, if you want to prance around in the rain because you're like, this is the only time right now I'm going to be getting this 50-degree temperature high. I want to enjoy it. That, of course, be my guest. Of course, you can do that. But it is going to be rainfall, about 1/4 of an inch. And it is going to be a low of 38 degrees. That's coming up. That's for Thursday night. Chance of rain, roughly about 80%, so more likely. than not it's going to happen. It's going to pretty much go throughout the whole day coming up for tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a rainy day. For Friday, it does kind of slightly clear up a little bit in the morning with cloudy skies. That high is going to be 41. It drops down to 32. Kind of mostly cloudy skies with late night snow showers, and that's predicted to be at about a 60% chance of some snow showers. I've mentioned this before too. Temperatures are cold enough for it to snow, but also warm enough for it to rain. So you could get that mixture of rain and snow, making some ice on the road. So it could get a little icy. Same applies for Saturday over the weekend. Snow during the morning, giving way to lingering snow showers during the afternoon. That high is going to be 36 degrees with a low of 22. Chance of snow continuing on in the day at about a 40% chance. That snow will continue to linger on the ground and stay for the next couple of days until the temperatures start to rise back into the 40s again for a couple days into the next week. We see for Sunday a high of 29, cloudy skies early, becoming partly cloudy later in the day. And then it is going to start to clear up a bit more coming up for Sunday night with a low of 22. And then into next week, Monday the 12th, we see a high of 41 degrees, partly cloudy skies, which means that snow will start to melt. If not already previous to that, we see a low of 33 degrees, partly cloudy skies in the evening with more clouds accumulating for later at night. That's going to be for Monday. Tuesday rolls around the 13th. We see a high of 42, mainly cloudy, with a low of 32 degrees, rain and snow showers in the evening, transitioning to snow showers overnight. Chance of precipitation is at 50%. And then Wednesday, a week from today, we see more snow showers, predicted right now to be at about a 40% chance, early becoming more scattered later in the day. Temperatures nearly steady in the low to mid 30s. We see it drop down to 19 as our low, cloudy skies early, followed by some partial clearing for Wednesday night. And that's going to be a low of 19. So when it does come to very sunny skies, we're not really seeing a whole lot of it so far this month. It's been a little gloomy. It's been a little overcast. But hey, that weather, I know it can get people down sometimes. But, there's lots of fun resources out there. Tune into WRMN on the morning show to get you spruced up and ready to start your day. Have a little laugh. Have a little chuckle. We all need that, right? You can listen to any of our other programming that we have here on the WRMN station as well. Your trusted local radio station. Speaking of local programming, let's go through what we have. Now, we of course have the morning show, which is sticking around still here Monday through Friday from 6 until 9 o'clock. And then also we have the community hour. Community hour stays here too. That is Monday through Thursday. That's from 9 to 10. And then Friday, we have Fridays with the Finest with Chief Lally. That's from 9 to 9:30. 9:30 to 10 o'clock is Community Spotlight Show with Steve Thorne, followed by Music Memories with Steve Thorne. That's on Fridays. Of course, we also do have the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. That is Monday through Thursday. And that will be, of course, continuing on here too. That'll be from 10 until 11 o'clock. Now, and again, I'm telling you the regular programming schedule because sometimes we do have some occasional shows here like Travel Tuesdays, first Tuesday of the month. Tomorrow, we've got Sherry's Senior Moments. I'll talk a little bit about that with you during this hour as well on her guest and lineup and things like that too and how to join her email list. But that's coming up tomorrow as well. We've got the Elgin Chamber Chat with Carol Gieske, which is the fourth Tuesday of every month. So we've got a couple different local program shows that come on once a month. Medicare Made ABCD Easy was yesterday as well with Danny Gilly. So a couple of those different shows are spruced out throughout the month too. But in terms of the general kind of everyday local programming is what I'm also talking about here. But again, 10 o'clock news, we have Out to Lunch still sticking around here. That's Monday through till Thursday. That's from 11 until 1. And then Fridays from 11 to 12. We also still have Weiss Coffee Chat, which is every Wednesday as well, too. But she doesn't have a show today this Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah, so this Wednesday, I know she doesn't have a show today, but she will start next week. So it's been a couple weeks since she's had a live show. We did a replay yesterday for the 10 o'clock hour, but and she did message me on that, so I knew that already. But coming up next Wednesday, we'll have it back on again. And then, of course, also on Fridays, we have the Life Experiences with William Pellerinos. So all of the same local programming, right? But then we get into the newer programs. So we've got Talk Time with Tammy and Friends still here. That's from 2 until 4 o'clock. Starting at 4 o'clock, instead of it being a political talk show, it's going to be Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. He'll be on. That'll be from 4 until 6 o'clock starting today. So starting today and moving forward, he'll be on from 4 until 6 o'clock. So right after Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, we hop into the sports segment with Derek Geyer. That's from 4 until 6. From 6 until 7 o'clock, we do have that replay of the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment, which usually has been starting at the 5 o'clock hour, but now has been moved that it'll be from 6 until 7. A political talk show with Dennis Honor Green will be from 7 until 8 o'clock. Now, he is having some changes to the show as well, too, doing some News Nation interviews, so stay tuned for more on that. But that'll be starting at 7 o'clock, so that's from 7 until 8 o'clock. And then starting at 8 o'clock, we welcome a new member of WRMN. This is Andy Hooser of Voice of Reason. And he did a very nice post recently that I wanted to share with you. Probably most likely, definitely shared on the morning show already, but we'll go through it again here. He recently posted, welcoming a massive radio partner to the Hooser-holic family. What's up, Chicago? Welcome aboard WRMN 1410 Radio to the family. Hear us weekdays at 8 p.m. in the Chicago and Fox River Valley weekend broadcasting coming to you soon as well. So that's awesome. So if you want to check out more information on Andy Hooser, and he actually is from Wichita, Kansas. So he's going to be having, of course, the Voice of Reason with Andy Hooser. If you want to listen to it, I encourage you to do so. I'm going to be listening to it tonight. Stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up. That'll be from 8 until 9 o'clock. That's 8 until 9 o'clock tonight. So excited for that. Welcome here to WRMN. And I appreciate that you welcome us to the Voice of Reason. Very nice. So thanks so much for that. And that's also shared on his page and also our Facebook page. The time is 17 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on the Community Hour, WRMN.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety test as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Start your weekend right with Dino's Night Out, Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino covers what's hot across the Fox Valley, from live shows to food fests and everything in between. Proudly sponsored by the legendary Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Your home for unforgettable concerts, comedy, and more. Tune in on WRMN 1410 AM or stream at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, your guide to the weekend vibe.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope that you're enjoying this morning here. I know a little bit on the denser side of things, but still a good day outside. It is Wednesday. It is a weird Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wednesday. We've got Brendan here in the comments. Good morning, Matt. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Have you had your coffee yet, Brendan? I know you do like Starbucks and Dunkin' coffee. At least I think you like Dunkin' coffee, right, Brendan? I know you've talked about liking Starbucks before. That's something for sure. Well, Brendan, for you, look, I got my Starbucks cup. I got my Starbucks cup. It is a refill cup too, so it is a nice hard plastic. It's not, you can refill it. It's not to just throw away. It's specifically bought so you can refill it too. So. I don't know if Starbucks still does those refills. I haven't had Starbucks in a long time, though. I've been having a lot of coffee from home with my new cold brew maker that my aunt got me for Christmas, and I've been using it religiously. I have not missed a single day of making cold brew coffee from home since, I'm not kidding, since Christmas Day. I made it Christmas Day. The first thing, I washed it. I got the gift. My parents were still unwrapping their gifts. I went in, I washed it, rinsed it, soaped it, washed it again, and started making cold brew right away. I was so excited about it. So very cool. But yeah, that's just me and my coffee self, always into the coffee. Although I have cut back a little bit, which I think has kind of helped me to sleep a little bit better. So it has somewhat helped, I would say so. Cutting back a little bit on the coffee, sticking to 1 or 2 a day. Taking a look at travelmidwest.com, doesn't look like there's really anything that is in the area other than there was a crash that did happen about 2 hours ago. Lake and McHenry County Scanner posted this. There was a serious crash in Marengo, the Marengo Fire and Rescue Department's district. I think they're currently still on the scene there of a crash involving a semi-truck and a garbage truck on Route 23 between Kishwaukee Valley Road and River Road. So there was a report of a victim possibly ejected. Heavy damage has definitely been reported. A medical helicopter was also on standby, but has been canceled. The road is completely shut down. Now, this was posted 2 hours ago. I haven't seen anything that does talk about any updates yet. But it looks like some of the people in the comments said it's only 23 at Kishwaukee Road. That looks like that's what it is. Kishwaukee Valley Road is not closed. 23 is closed south of Kishwaukee Valley, it says there. So taking a look at the comments there, it doesn't really look like there's anything, at least as of right now, for those updates. We'll keep you up to date on that. That's from the Lake and McHenry County Scanner. That was posted about 2 hours ago. And it said 3 ambulances were requested on the scene. So we'll keep you up to date on that too. But that's in more of the recent news on traffic reports within the Fox River Valley area. There's also so that road closure was also posted by McHenry County Sheriff's Office an hour ago too. that was due to the vehicle accident. So they'll keep you up to date on that. Please avoid the area until further notice. That is, again, Route 23 highway being shut down currently right now between River Road and Kishwaukee Valley Road. I haven't seen anything pop up specifically on Travel Midwest. I know sometimes it can take some time to update on that, but taking a look at those specific Facebook pages and follow pages too are really good to know exactly what's going on. So again, you can find more information posted on Travel Midwest, but also check out more on those different social media sites, because I'm not seeing anything from Marengo posted here on Travel Midwest yet for that incident, even though it did happen roughly about 2 hours ago. But it does look like those roads are still closed, so please try to avoid that area. And again, that is Route 23 highway shut down between River Road and Kishwaukee Valley Road. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Let's see some other things. There's a couple other stories here I wanted to read. Now, of course, we do have our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment, so we'll definitely, of course, save a lot of that for those segments. But there are some stories that have been posted onto Kane County Connects, and I wanted to read through some of them for you. One of them being that Kane County Board is weighing in potential options for former Fabian Parkway jail site in Geneva. This was posted just a couple days ago. So the Kane County Board is taking a new look at the future of a nearly 32-acre county-owned property that's along Fabian Parkway in Geneva. You might be familiar maybe where it is. It was once home to the Kane County Corrections Complex. The site at the time housed the county jail beginning in 1972 until the facility was demolished back in 2016. Now, today the property includes the historic Amesa White House, and is used for storage. It's a 427-foot 911 communications tower and an impound lot. Now, over the years, county leaders have considered a wide range of development ideas, from a resort hotel and a new county government center to a community garden paired with solar development. And then most recently, a consultant evaluated whether 11 to 25 acres of the property could support a community solar project. Community solar projects that are being talked about, they do allow residents or organizations to actually subscribe to a portion of energy generated by a shared solar installation. Those subscribers then receive credits on their electric bills for the power produced by their share, according to the U.S. Department of Energy. So, and that's a whole nother conversation too. Are we going to start seeing more of that? Shared solar installations? I don't know. Could that be the new future where we get credits? In a separate analysis, the real estate consultant completed a broker opinion of value for the site. And then during a December committee of the whole meeting, the county board was presented with 4 potential paths forward. However, in the end here, no final decision has been made as discussions do continue, but posted onto this article are the 4 different paths forward. That could potentially be it. So this is something maybe that you've been following along or you didn't know about it. I'll tell you a little bit on what these are. So here are some 4 potential paths for this particular section, property in Geneva. The first one being to sell the entire property, which is actually estimated at $2.9 to $4 million. You could sell the front portion along Fabian Parkway and develop a solar field with the remaining 22 acres. And then you could also maybe sell the front portion, build a solar field, keep part of the land for future county use, or keep the front portion vacant and use the back acreage for solar. So a lot of this is seemingly to talk a lot about the solar side of things. So that's kind of interesting. Pardon me, I had to sneeze again. It's the time of season. So that's kind of interesting that 3 out of the 4 do relate to solar fields. So again, I know that that's something that we're starting to notice pop up even more, being, of course, smart with energy, right? Environmentally friendly with the energy side of things. So is it something that we could see now in Geneva? More of these popping up. We'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. So if you want to read more on this article, you can find it on KaneCountyConnects.com. Take a look at the time. It is 29 past the hour. We'll be back with more here on the Community Hour We'll also talk a little bit about there is the King County Health Department is actually offering a mental health first aid training program for folks out there. So if you want to read a little bit more on that, you can, but I'll kind of briefly run through some of that as well too, and then continuing on talking more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So some shout outs and other mentions. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after these messages.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Progressive. The Illinois Department of Employment Security reports Illinois' unemployment rate was 4.4% in November, unchanged from September. The rate was half a percentage point lower than a year earlier, while total non-farm payrolls dipped 0.2% for the month. The Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority has announced $50 million in grants for historically underserved communities. The funding includes $35 million for re-entry, economic development, and legal aid, with $15 million for youth development and violence prevention. The Illinois Department of Children and Family Services is accepting applications for its 2026 DCFS Scholarship Program through March 31st. The program provides tuition waivers, a monthly stipend, and medical coverage for eligible students. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-330-6363. That's 800-330-6363. 800-330-6363.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Growers, retailers, friends of the field, welcome back to Field Goals by UPL North America. Playing today is new Intrava DX herbicide, the game-changing pre-emergent weed control champion with up to 28 days of residual control and the first new active ingredient in corn in more than a decade. And its opponent, troublesome broadleaf weeds and grasses, including atrazine and HPPD-resistant weeds. And folks, it doesn't look good. Hit your field goals by contacting your UPL retailer today to see how you can score Intrava DX herbicide and other crop protection products with UPL Unlimited Financing. Always read and follow label directions.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Today, areas of fog before 2 p.m., then partly sunny with a high near 42. Temperatures falling to around 39 in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 36. Tomorrow, rain afternoon, cloudy with a high near 54. Currently, it is 32 with fog. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation as well. We appreciate that a lot, of course. Let's go through what we have coming up for the rest of the day today. So we do have here, of course, Community Hour still going on now until 10. We've got the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. That's coming up from 10 until 11 o'clock. Now at 11 o'clock today, I do have, of course, Out to Lunch. That's from 11 to 1. Got a couple different conversation stories we'll talk about. It is also a Wednesday. Now, usually it's a wind down Wednesday, but we're not going to talk about wines. We are going to mention the beers, though. Fox Valley Magazine did post today the beers of the month for the Fox River Valley area. Now, their January 2026 New Year edition magazine issue hasn't been released yet. But I'll keep you up to date on that, of course. I always like to check their website pretty much daily to see if they do. But they do have the beers of the month. So we'll talk about the beers of the month today. We also do have our theater recognition today, too, on Wednesdays. We talk about local theater productions, what's still playing even from last year. There's a couple different things. I know White Christmas at Paramount Theater in Aurora is still playing until January 11th. So we'll talk about some of that too and some new performances, maybe even some tryouts that are going on too. If you've got some kids or grandkids who might be interested in trying out for a new play or musical performance locally produced in the Fox River Valley area, we'll talk about some of that too if anything does pop up. We also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30 today. That'll be a great time to call into the studio number here at 847-931-1410. If you've got something that's got to go, you can post it here on Tradio. Now, 1 o'clock, we usually do have, of course, What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. However, we have a special interview that's coming up from 1 until 2 o'clock. Dino's going to be here in the hot seat, and he's going to be featuring a very special guest. Darren Bailey is going to be on with us, candidate for governor. He's going to be on with us here. He was a former Illinois state representative, an American politician, and he was a Republican member of the Illinois state for the 55th district, and previously a member of the Illinois House of Representatives for the 109th district of Southern Illinois. So he's going to be on with us here coming up at 1 o'clock. So you don't want to miss out on that interview. You can mark it on your calendars, but I think it's going to be a good interview. So stay tuned for that. I know that there's a couple different news articles already on him as well, too, talking about some things. So you can find it at Crane Chicago Business, Week 25 News Now as well. So feel free to check that out. But that's coming up at 1 o'clock today. That's from 1 until 2 o'clock. So that's going to be a good interview that we're going to have. Now, Tammy is not going to have a show today. She does have a commitment. She's traveling back to Chicago, and then she has a celebration of life to go to for one of her colleagues and friends who passed away suddenly over the holidays, unfortunately. But a celebration of life. So that is going to be coming up for today and tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, so the rest of the week, Tammy will have a show. We'll probably do a replay or maybe we'll do something else. But I know for today, she won't have one because she's traveling back to Chicago. She was in Nashville. You might have already listened to that. I heard it yesterday that she was in Nashville. She had Mary Corbett with her visiting Nashville, which is really cool to see, and have her on the show again with us. That was great. Always a great time on Talk Time with Tammy and friends. So it is going to be a best of replay today coming up. That'll be from 2 until 4 o'clock. And then once again, our new schedule here, which is Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. That's from 4 until 6. From 6 until 7, the WRMN 10 o'clock news segment or news has been replayed. We've got from 7 to 8, a political talk show with Dennis Sonar Green. And then from 8 to 9, we welcome Andy Hooser with Voice of Reason coming up. That'll be from 8 until 9 o'clock. So some great local programming here that we've got updated and excited to see what we'll continue to do here in 2026. So we mentioned here some things. I want to see if there's any update on this crash. I haven't seen anything yet that's been updated on that. There was a serious crash in Marengo I talked about a little bit earlier. Also with that road closure too. I haven't seen any update quite yet on that, but we'll keep you up to date on that. Yes, so Kane County is offering a mental health first aid training, which is working with Family Service Associations of Greater Elgin to offer mental health first aid training in Kane County. Now, what they do is the training teaches participants on how to identify and also to respond to signs of mental illness and or substance use disorders. Kind of similar to the traditional first aid and CPR training is what it's going to be like. They learn risk factors. They're going to be learning about warning signs for mental health and addiction concerns, different strategies to help someone in both crisis and non-crisis situations, and where to turn out for help. So it's very informational. Some people out there might already have some experiences with that are going to join the team and help out with this first aid training. I know that Kane County provided a federally funded grant of $75,000 to Family Service Association for Greater Elgin, which is great. And the goal is to have 2,000 Kane County residents trained using an evidence-based early intervention approach. And the KCHD Executive Director, Michael Isaacson, said, quote, "We are excited to partner with Family Service Association to offer this training to residents of Kane County. Mental health first aid is an important skill for teachers, parents, first responders, and anyone with a strong interest in community well-being. Having more residents trained to recognize and help those who are experiencing substance use or mental health crises is a valuable way to reduce stigma around mental health in our community." And that's definitely something important too. There can be a stigma around it, and it's important to note too that everyone's individual experiences and what they have going on is going to be a little different, and it's good to sit down and listen and try to educate yourself on that too, especially before making any kind of judgments. And this is a great way to help to kind of do that too. So the mental health first aid is designed for a wide range of community members. I mean, a huge range: college facilities, libraries, parks, municipal staff, teachers, school staff, coaches, youth serving organizations, senior service providers, shelter workers. I mean, there's a whole list that's provided. And it's important too, because according to the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, more than 4.5 million people have been trained in mental health first aid. Means a lot of people are struggling with a lot of mental health issues, or maybe even it's just one or a couple different things, right? Every person's different, but there are a lot of people out there that are struggling, and that's why we have these programs and organizations in place to help people out. So if you want to learn a little bit more information on this, you can find the article. It's posted on CaneCountyConnects.com. They do have a number that you can reach out to if you want to learn more about becoming trained in mental health first aid. You can contact Ashley Kellenberger is her name, and you can call her 847-695-3680. I've got the number also up here on the screen so you can see it too under this article, but it's also posted on Kane County Connects. You can also email her too for more information at A Kellenberger. That's AKELLENBERGER at fsalgin.org. And again, that information is posted on the screen too if you want to take a screenshot of that. I'll give you some time to screenshot it if you like to. But again, that's posted onto, that's posted onto the Kane County Connects page. There's also a couple other articles as well too. I know that this one was posted right in Kane County, right? This is one that we've talked about even into last year that has been posted on there too. And the new unified program line began back January 1st. So you can visit k.kanecountyil.gov for more information on that. But it goes into more detail on that, who can use Ride in Kane, the different fares, program highlights, how to start using it. If you're a veteran or a senior, register with Pace Suburban Bus, schedule your ride trips, things like that too. So it's a great way to get around, of course, if you don't have a car, truck, or vehicle. And that's their new paratransit program that's in place now. Started January 1st, so it's fresh and new. And of course, you can call their number. It's posted on in this article if you want to find some more information on that too. And then finally here too, the dense fog across parts of the area of the Fox River Valley are still going a little bit strong, especially towards the south. southeast is what we're seeing here too. If you're in Joliet or maybe even further into Kankakee or even in Chicago, there's still some heavier fog that's still currently going on right now. So dense fog again continues across parts of the area, especially west of Interstate 39 and then also north of Interstate 82. With temperatures near or below freezing northwest of the of that area, kind of a little bit further outside of the Fox River Valley area. Watch for icy patches on bridges and overpasses too, and that's a message from the U.S. National Weather Service of Chicago. So don't forget about that as well. I know a lot of different emergency management pages have already followed up and shared that on their on the community pages too, so you can find all of that. Taking a look at the time, it is 45 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more here on the Community Hour, WRMN, and we'll see what is going on locally in the area. Maybe some new programs that are going on, maybe touching base a little bit with the police and fire departments, see what's going on there too. Of course, we also do so during the Out to Lunch segment. I definitely touch base with different businesses and more. So you can find a lot of cool things that are out there. And we'll go through some of that here coming up in just a little bit. So stay tuned for that. You are listening to, again, the Community Hour on WRMN. We'll be back. For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
And welcome back, folks, to the Community Hour here on WRMN. We appreciate everyone tuning in today. Don't forget, you can check out our Facebook page, facebook.com at WRMN 1410 Radio. I know that, of course, yesterday we did have Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. That was with President Shauna White. Back again for the whole new year, 2026. We talked about the spectacular Viking cruises, which is really cool to have too. No kids and also no gambling that's there too. So that's cool. They've got also, they listed as a boutique floating hotel, which I thought was pretty cool. That they listed it that way, a boutique floating hotel. It just sounds very elegant, right? A boutique floating hotel. We also talked a little bit about some different Globus events that are coming up, how to plan ahead of time. I'm telling you, folks, you don't want to miss out on these opportunities to plan for these trips. Plan ahead of time, too. And what's great about Cruises International is you work with people who have those experiences going to these different travel destinations. They, of course, scope out the different venues. They go through the ship and see, they make notes on, okay, this is where the hallway's located here too. And then they get back to you on these things, right? So it's really great to have that personal experience where they're there and they take notes on things and they take in that information and then they give it back to you so that you can make that decision for yourself when it comes to planning your trip. Planning ahead of time. It's booking up now soon. Already spring of 2027 is getting booked up pretty fast already. So if you want to check out more information, that's cruisesinternational.com. You can call them today. A cruise and vacation expert will speak to you and have a great conversation with you. You get to make that relationship with each other, and that's at 1-800-ALL-SHIPS. So very nice that we have that opportunity to have them here on with us every first Tuesday of the month. Still continuing on with some updated news on the serious crash in Marengo. It does look like the road is still closed. So that's still closed until further notice. Let's see some other things. The Elgin Police Department recently posted a welcome to the Elgin Police Department's newest record clerks. We wish them the very best as they begin their new careers. And from left to right is Cindy Del Cid, Griffin Adam, and Yadira Miranda. So congratulations to them, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck. You are working for such a great community and police department, so of course a big kudos to them, and wishing them the best and prosperity into their job in 2026 here. So congratulations. You can find more information also posted on the Elgin Police Department. And don't forget to tune in every Fridays from 9 to 9:30. That is for Fridays with the Finest with Chief Anna Lally. They also did have an update on a missing persons investigation. They posted 28 minutes ago. There was a missing person on November 29th. The Elgin Police Department did take a report of a missing person. A family member reported that 55-year-old Miguel Segura had not been seen since November 25th. So there is an update on this. Detectives of the from the major investigations have continued to actively investigate this incident, including re-interviewing family members and associates. Recanvassing areas where he was last seen, specifically also in the Clock Tower Plaza around the corner here in Elgin. This morning, you will see several officers continuing their search efforts, inclusive of the Clock Tower Plaza area and the adjacent Fox River that's going on today. Along with police personnel, you will see fire personnel who will be assisting in search efforts on and along the river. Updates will be provided when police and fire personnel have cleared the area, and we'll keep you up to date on that as well here too on WRMN. So that's currently going on right now. So if you're seeing a little bit of a higher presence in police cars, especially during the in the Clock Tower Plaza, that's because they're currently in that search for them. So we're wishing prayers for the family. Best of luck to you out there, and to the Elgin Police Department as well. Hopefully they're able to find this gentleman here. Let's see some other news here as well. Village of North Aurora is launching their very first business passport program. Now, this is a great way to show local businesses some love. They're having 25 amazing local businesses participating. Starting on January 19th through till March 27th, the community will be able to pick up or download a business passport for this program. Now, the more businesses that you support, the more entries that you'll receive from the business profile raffle. So how cool is that? And it's all on your phone too. There will be a minimum of a $10 spend at each business to be able to participate. And then what will happen is you'll receive raffle tickets based on the number of unique businesses visited. And they have a list of what follows. So if you visit 5 businesses, you get 1 raffle ticket. 10 is 2, 14 at 3, and 18 plus businesses, 5 raffle tickets. Now, their first drawn raffle winner will receive a $100 gift card for any of the participating businesses of their choice. And the next 5 winners will get $50 gift cards. There will also be an additional gift card prizes, a couple of them generously donated by participating businesses to also win too. So this is something that's happening in North Aurora. And if you want to check out more information on that, you can find it posted on their Facebook page. This is Village of North Aurora, Crossroads on the Fox. So there is even also a link and a QR code. You can pick up your passports to play, which is great to check out too. So if you want to do that, it is posted here on the screen. It does sound like a fun activity to do. I'm going to see if maybe I can do it, see what comes up. And it does take me to northaurora.org on their website. I've got it up on my phone here. So it does go to the Village of North Aurora, and it takes you to their passport website there, which is great. So it goes through everything on there, things that I already read. So they have a whole list of the participating businesses that are on here too. So it includes Brothers Chimp Brewing, Bruno's Cheesesteaks. There's also the Culvers, a couple other places, East China Inn. A lot of different local small businesses that are featured. The Rustic Fox is also featured on there too. Red's Garage and Butterfield Road. So a couple different places and businesses, quite a few actually, that are on this list. So if you want to check it out for yourself, that QR code, is available on the Village of North Aurora's Facebook page. That sounds like a fun activity to do, to pick up that passport. And then finally, we have a couple other things coming up here too, posted onto exploreelginarea.com. Coming up tomorrow night, 6 to 7:30 p.m., Gail Borden Public Library is having a preschool information fair. So if your child is ready for preschool, you can visit the library, explore your options, and speak directly with a whole list of representatives that will be there, stationed from local preschools and also childcare organizations. They'll be able to talk to you, even bring your kid too, if you'd like, bring your children, to have them talk to them too, one-on-one, and so that they can get a little bit of a good insight on what might be best for them too. So don't miss out on that great opportunity. It is coming up. That's at the Gail Borden Public Library. And again, it's more than just books, folks. It's a whole lot of really great learning experiences and community events. So check it out. That's Preschool Information Fair coming up at the Gail Borden Public Library. Again, that's tomorrow, free to arrive. That's from 6 until 7:30 tomorrow. And that's going to be in their main lobby area. You'll be able to find that. So, and if not, of course, they always have directions and signs on where to go to. So it's very easy to navigate the library. They've got everything nice and organized, as they should. So they're a library. They got lots of books and other great things too. So stay tuned for more. Up next, we do have our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment, followed by Out to Lunch and more, and our new local programming lineup that includes the times. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN.